What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, recording our first Eagles grades video of the regular season. I'm kind of cheating here a little bit. There's a minute 29 left. The game's over. I'm getting ready to go to a damn house party for opening weekend. It's 30-17 for the Philadelphia Eagles. First thing is first. You know, the controversial part, the ending of this game where Fletcher Cox recovered the fumble on the Kirk Cousins fumble. I'm going to be honest, it looked more like it was close, and if it was against the Eagles, I would have said the Eagles would have been robbed. But throughout that game, I did an official tally every time I watched the Eagles play ever since they lost to the Lions last year due to the refs. And I kind of say, like, how many bad calls have gone either way? It was 4-0 at that point. The Philadelphia Eagles had terrible calls go against them to the Redskins. So I'm just seeing this as a made-up call. I mean, the one where in the first half where Kirk Cousins clearly was throwing the ball away. No receiver in the area. Should have been a lost it down. Big-ass belly. Got nothing. And they ended up, I'm pretty sure, ended up getting the Chris Thompson touchdown later on that drive. So that led to points on a blown call. Philadelphia, second quarter, same damn thing. Oh, they call the grounding on Wentz. Bullshit. Wentz had a couple hits. You know, it was going to be one of those games at the end. I probably still was going to try my best not to blame the refs, because that is the worst thing to, you know, kind of bring up is when you blame the refs. I mean, everyone could blame the refs. You could find a way to kind of, you know, put that on them. But that being said, you know, we're just going with the score. I mean, Reds Washington may pull off something crazy and get a touchdown or get some points. But this game is done. Philly is 1-0, and if they're not 1-0 and I'm recording this and you guys are going to get uploaded, and somehow, some way the Redskins come back, I mean, we're going to have just the meme of all memes. But look at the grades. Carson Wentz, 26 of 39, 307 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. The interception came off a deflection that ended up being a pick six from Ryan Kerrigan. Ryan Kerrigan kind of channeling his inner Larry Fitzgerald, being a Philadelphia Eagle killer as of late. He's a tremendous player. But, I mean, that wasn't really on Carson Wentz. You can't really put that on him. But overall, man, 39 passing attempts is too much for Carson Wentz. You want to find more balance to this game. That's why we have Blunt. That's why we have supposedly this running back by committee. But Wentz, I mean, that first touchdown from Wentz, the 58-yard bomb to Nelson Agholor, that is, you know, that's a, you know, I'm not going to say that's an MVP play. Carson Wentz has a lot of work to do to become an MVP consideration. But that is like, that's the kind of play when you come to season's end. If we somehow squeak into the playoffs, that's the play you can look back on. He had no right to be able to complete that pass after evading like 7 damn Redskins in the pocket. Not great run blocking or pass blocking by any means. But that pass by Carson Wentz, like, that's play of the season. That's play of the week. Already checked out. So Wentz on the day, I'm giving him an A-. Wasn't a perfect game. I mean, that interception kind of sucked. He had a couple missed throws. But overall, great performance from Carson Wentz. Look at the running backs. Garrett Blount, 14 touches, 46 yards, a lot of hard-earned carries, lots of third down conversions. I like the way that Blount has been playing. As I'm watching, literally, I'm doing this as the on the NFL Network, so it has the Game Center. And Wentz, there's a Brandon Graham sack here as the I guess game's done. We didn't really see Smallwood. Sproles only had 2 touches out of the backfield. So the run game, you know, even the blocking was not really that great. So C, work in progress. But Blount definitely looked like a legit starting running back. You know, you could probably nip that in the butt. That whole, you know, Blount was terrible in the preseason. He's got to phase it out here in Philly, and Smallwood's going to be the lead back. Definitely liked what LeGarrette Blount showed. Hard, tough running that we haven't seen in quite some time, but a C overall for the run game. Look at the receivers. Ertz, big-time game as we called in our predictions. 8 catches, 93 yards with no more Sua Cravens. Big time. And, I mean, the best thing about that is, like, what, at least 2 or 3 third down conversions for Zach Ertz. Real good safety net. Nelson Agholor, something I thought I would never say. 6 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown to go, you know, obviously with that big 58-yard touchdown that he had. He can catch. There's actually a couple bad throws that, because he actually had good hands on the play, they were able to convert it. So shout out to Nelson Agholor. Looks night and day. It is only 1 game. Let's see if you can continue to build upon this for the remainder of the season. But very impressed with how Agholor looked. Sproles had 5 catches, 43 yards. Alshon had 3 for 38. Obviously not the, you know, ideal debut for Alshon. He had 1 jump ball that was really tough to make. Really, really tough to make, but you expect a superstar wide receiver, which is what Alshon Jeffrey is viewed upon, to make that. So there was a couple tough catches I would have liked to see Alshon make, but still, I mean, those 3 catches, I think 2 of those, again, were on 3rd and longs that he was able to move the chains. So very good, influential catches. Only 3. Hopefully they can build upon it. He was shadowed by Josh Norman. I thought that was a pretty good battle. Obviously, we didn't target him a whole lot. We'll say it was a draw. We'll give it as a draw between them. Overall, the wide receivers, though, very happy. No drops that I can remember. Only thing that was bad bad about the wide receivers was Doug Pearson's terrible play calling. Those wide receiver screens that lost 0 yards every damn play was absolutely pathetic. Chip Kelly-like, I mean, people criticize. They say there's some friction. Jim Schwartz might end up being the head coach, or all that nonsense that's going on there. But this play calling is really, really bad. But as far as the wide receivers are concerned and the tight ends, I'm giving them an A. Tremendous, tremendous performance. You would have liked to see Alshon maybe have Agholor stat line, but I'll take it. Really good. A for them. Looking at kicking, 3 of 3 on the field goals for Sturgis. He did miss one of his extra points, which was kind of ridiculous. But he did well. He did very good. And then when you look at the defense as a whole, unfortunately right now I don't have all the defensive stats, but look good, man. Defense as a whole, giving our defense A. Like our pressure, the pressure we were putting on Kirk Cousins. I mean, you got to figure, the Redskins have a very good offensive line. They have one of the best left tackles. They have a really good right side, right guard, right tackle. They could do nothing. Anytime we brought an all-out blitz, we rushed more than the front four. We were getting pressure. We were getting up in Kirk Cousins' face. They had the games. We had an interception here from Jalen Mills, who had 8 tackles on the day. 8 tackles and interception. Great to see there. Fletcher Cox looked good. Brandon Graham, I think he had 2 or 3 tackles for loss and a sack. The only person that really looked bad on the defense, everyone else played good. The only person that looked bad was Nigel Bradham. Kind of looked like Michael Kendricks in open space. Missed a bunch of tackles, whereas last year, he was one of the surest tacklers on the team. But, man, I certainly, as right now, I'm getting the updates that Carson Wentz is kneeling. I'm missing the end of this goddamn first game to record this shit for you guys. Defense, A all day long. I guess the only thing we kind of have to talk about is Ronald Darby's injury. That did not look good. We don't know what's... Hopefully, I guess we can hope it's a dislocated ankle, and then he'll be back like mid-season, kind of like the same timeline if Sidney Jones is able to return, but I am not optimistic. I mean, credit where credit's due. Patrick Robinson came in, played pretty damn well. Looked like a lot of times he was marked up against Terrell Pryor. If he came to the opposite side of the field, it wasn't like Jalen Mills was covering him and shadowing him. He looked good. He looked serviceable. They didn't really target him so much. I think he was kind of responsible for some of the Ryan Grant completions, and he's not really anything special as a wide receiver. But Wes, well wishes towards Ronald Darby. Hopefully we get him back, and he's not out for an extended period of time. Same goes with Lane Johnson. But all in all, guys, 30-17. Our Philadelphia Eagles are 1-0 on the season. I'm absolutely hyped. We deserve that victory. Wentz looks like an absolute stud. Redskins look pretty damn good, to be honest with you. A lot more competitive than I thought they were going to be. But thank God we won this game. Like this, smash the like button if you're as hype as I am. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Fly, Eagles, fly. There might be another video out on Monday. Like I said, I usually try to do on Monday or Tuesday kind of like a reflection, talk about the next week ahead before we do the official hype game. But things are looking good for Philly. I'm excited for KC. Let's go. So, if this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. We're going to be here all year long, Eagle fans. Until next time, C4, saying peace out. Actually, how do I forget? I always do an MVP. MVP of this game. You know what? I'm going to give it to Nelson Agholor. He was definitely the most surprising. He's getting MVP.